The United States has formally removed Syria from its list of state sponsors of terrorism, ending a designation that had remained in place for decades under the Assad government. The US Treasury confirmed the decision on Monday, after it was first announced last month and sent to Congress for review. Washington has also revoked the designation of Al-Nusra Front as a global terrorist organization. The group, later known as Hayat Tahrir al-Sham or HTS, was once Al-Qaeda's official branch in Syria. It was previously led by Ahmed al-Sharaa, who is now Syria's president. Under al-Sharaa's leadership, HTS led the rapid offensive that removed Bashar al-Assad from power in December 2024. Since becoming president, al-Sharaa has sought to rebuild Syria's relations with Western governments. His diplomatic campaign has included meetings with US President Donald Trump and French President Emmanuel Macron. The latest decision marks another major step in that process. The terrorism designation restricted US foreign assistance, defense exports, and financial transactions involving Syria. Its removal could make it easier for international banks, companies, and investors to work in the country. US Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent said the move would encourage investment and support political and economic stability. He described it as part of Trump's promise to provide sanctions relief to Syria. The United States and the European Union had already lifted broader sanctions on the country in June 2025. Washington said its decision reflected al-Sharaa's efforts to unify Syria after years of war and political fragmentation. Syrian officials have welcomed the delisting as a major diplomatic and economic breakthrough. Central Bank Governor Safwat Raslan called it a historic step towards returning Syria to the global financial system. He said the bank was working to build what he described as a modern and reliable financial system. Finance Minister Mohammad Barnier said the decision could help attract foreign investment in technology while creating new opportunities for development. US Envoy Tom Barak described it as a shift for Syria from international isolation towards partnership. However, the move also represents a striking political transformation. A former leader of a group once affiliated with Al-Qaeda is now receiving growing diplomatic recognition from Washington and other Western capitals. Removing the designation may open doors for Syria's battered economy, but meaningful recovery will still depend on political stability, access to finance, and whether international investors believe the transition can last.